Let's take a couple of moments and we'll check out the subwoofer settings on your Pioneer NEX head unit. Even though your particular receiver may have buttons on the side or across the bottom like this one, the on-screen operation in this demonstration is identical for the following Pioneer NEX models: AVH 4100 NEX, 4200 NEX, and 4201 NEX, AVIC 5100 NEX, 5200 NEX, and 5201 NEX, AVIC 6100 NEX, 6200 NEX, 6201 NEX, AVIC 7100 NEX, 7200 NEX, 7201 NEX, AVIC 8100 NEX, 8200 NEX, and AVIC 8201 NEX. From any source, I'm going to touch the gears up here, and let's go to the speaker, and we'll scroll down here until we find our subwoofer settings. Here is subwoofer, and you can see right now our subwoofer settings are switched off. So let me show you what that means with the subwoofer settings switched off. My subwoofer settings down here, can't get to them, they're grayed out. That's because I have the subwoofer output switched off. Also, when I go up to my speaker level here, I can adjust the 4 speakers in the car, front and rear, but I have no adjustment for the subwoofer output, and there's no subwoofer represented in this graphic here. So I got a problem with the subwoofer, and we need to fix it. We'll go up, and that fix is right here. If I switch the subwoofer on, now all of a sudden those settings become available. So let's start with the subwoofer settings here. Now you can see right now subwoofer, the low pass filter for the subwoofer or the crossover for the subwoofer is switched off. We can switch it on right here, and we have a number of crossover points that we can choose for the subwoofer. This is 50 Hertz. We can take it out to 63, 80, 100, 125, 160, and 200 Hertz. So those are our possible settings for the subwoofer. For right now, I'm going to choose a crossover point of about 80 Hertz for my subwoofer, and I have a slope available for me for the crossover of 6 dB per octave and 12, 18 dB per octave. Now, this is the phase switch for your subwoofer, and it's a real good idea to try out the phase switch, to switch it to reverse and back to its normal phase. Depending on your vehicle and how the subwoofer is installed, this phase switch may make a significant improvement in how your subwoofer sounds. So for right now, I'm going to have my subwoofer set at 80 Hertz crossover point, 18 dB per octave, and we'll switch the phase to reverse. Now let's go back up. And I want to go to my speaker level here, because now that I've switched the subwoofer on, I have a subwoofer represented here, and I can adjust my subwoofer. I can make it a little quieter or a little louder as compared to the other speakers in the system. Now, I like to adjust my subwoofer all the time, and so what I'm going to do is, at the speaker level here, I'm just going to put a star right in there, and that means that became one of my favorites. So I'm going to go up to my favorites list there, and there's the speaker level. Now, when I'm listening to whatever song I want to listen to, if I want to make an adjustment to my subwoofer output, all I have to do is touch the gears, and there's my speaker level. Takes me right to the subwoofer output where I can make an adjustment. When you're done making those adjustments, you can hit the X to escape. Let's take a couple of moments and we'll check out the subwoofer settings on your Pioneer NEX head unit. Even though your particular receiver may have buttons on the side or across the bottom like this one, the on-screen operation in this demonstration is identical for the following Pioneer NEX models: AVH 4100 NEX, 4200 NEX, and 4201 NEX, AVIC 50